Well, happy Friday, and as promised in the last video, you know, the miracle of time-lapse videos, I actually sat on the last RavenCrest Raven Pac knife set, actually, because I wasn't super excited about it. And so May rolled around, and I've got the knife for May, and let me just say, I'm actually excited again. Now, of course, RavenCrest Tactical has a Raven Pac for $9.99 a month plus shipping. They send you a mystery knife. So far, it's usually been something pretty cool, followed up by something that makes you scratch your head. So the last set was throwing knives. Hey, you know what? Some people appreciate it, like I mentioned before. I'm not a fan of them. My last review, it was kind of basic, it's kind of crude, but you know what? In a way, it kind of matched the quality of the knives. So, moving on to May, I'm way more excited, and I want to talk about this one. Now, as you know, the very first RavenCrest Tactical knife I received was an assisted flipper, and this one is actually an assisted opener. Now, oh, let me get it. Oh, failed like that. Okay, needs a little oil. I had played with it a few times, taking it out of the box. As you can see, it's hanging up on me a little bit. It's just now started doing that. There we go. Needs to be worked in. These knives, like I said, were inexpensive. I'll work that in right there. I can feel a little bit of resistance. There we go. So, I like the design of this knife. Again, it's a $10 knife. The blade is actually marked as 440C. It's a drop point, but on this blade here, it's 3.5 inch cutting edge area, assisted opening, and it's got this grip that's actually on it, and the grip reminds me of grip tape, old school from skateboards. So, it's a liner lock. Needs a little bit of oiling, needs a little bit of work. That's something that I will do here pretty quickly after I do this review, but I like to show knives for what they are. So if anybody else experiences a problem with it locking into position, we'll do an update and I'll see how it does whenever I oil it. Now I'm going to tell you this knife is very stiff and it's somewhat heavy. The scales on this thing seem to be a solid stainless steel because it's very heavy. The grip tape is actually needed on this side because being a slab side knife, if they wouldn't have had this grip tape, it would have been very slick. And it gives it a better overall appearance. Would I have paid $10 for this knife? Well, as you can see with the issues having, let's hope that they work themselves out with some oil. Otherwise, a knife is only as good as its function. And right now we're hitting about 50-50 on the lockup. So time will tell. The first flipper I got from them was an amazing knife for $10. This, I'm hoping it turns out better. Now, I don't want to just completely slam it because I haven't had time to clean it. I haven't had time to oil it like I do a lot of knives. I just got it in the mail today and I wanted to break it out. I'd been sitting on those previous RavenCrest Tactical monthly knife subscription, the throwing knives, and I wanted to jump back into doing some reviews. I like the overall look of this knife. It's a pretty heavy feel, but for something like this is a knife that I would tend to keep in my car. Something that if I need a quick self-defense item or something to open packages, you know, when I get new knives in the mail, I don't want to leave a Gerber 06 Auto in there, so something like this will fit the bill. Now, what makes me a little bit nervous has been that assisted opening, but as you can see, oh, 50-50 again. Now, I'll have to also check this liner lock. Now, the lockup on it is dead in the middle, which I love. I can appreciate that. I've had some Gerber knives that were liner locks, or actually frame locks on some of them, that the lockup was not good. This right here, man, I put some pressure on it. It's got a little bit of creaking, but nothing's coming loose. And I'm telling you, looking down from the bottom side of it, it's pretty straight. I can see that it looks to have nylon bearings in it. Not usually a fan of nylon bearings, but for an inexpensive knife, that's usually what you get. And that might be the issue. The nylon bearings, besides being lubricated, sometimes they like to be worn in. See, right there, we're getting hit or miss. So, if you're wanting to jump into the Raven Pac, you can't go wrong, but hopefully you get one that's a little more reliable than this. I'm going to work with this knife and see how it turns out. Because the lockup on it is solid, I'll give it a chance. Once again, it's a 3.5 inch drop point cutting edge liner lock. It seems to be marked 440C stainless steel. Let's hope that that's truly the quality of the steel, because I like 440C. It's a good knife. It's a good steel. It'll take the edge and be a sharp cutting solid knife. So I'll do a future update on this. Like I said, I'll probably keep it in my vehicle, use it for some remedial tasks. It's not going to be something that I'm going to carry in my pocket, just for the sheer fact, the weight of it, and the fact that it is not a deep carry. If you can see, imagine this would be the line on the pants, and this much the knife would stick out. So it has a lanyard hole, so you could put a lanyard on it to assist in pulling it out of the pocket. Different style knife. RavenCrest Tactical Raven Pac, $10 a month, $10 knives. Sometimes yes, sometimes more. Happy hunting, and I hope you find yourself one. It's pretty reliable. Thank you.